Hello friends, welcome to Excel class number 8 and we will discuss about and or function. These are the logical function. What do we mean by and function? The and function returns true if all of the arguments evaluate to true and returns false if one or more arguments evaluate to false. For example, we have two conditions over here. If both the conditions are true, then the result is true. Otherwise, the result is false. The logical functions generates result in true and false. So we will use and function equal to and bracket start. So logical 1. What is the condition 1? So the condition 1 is we want to see whether the value is in A5 cell equal to 1, and we will keep this cell address as it is because in the next cell we need the value from A6 cell. So comma B5 equal to 1 bracket close. We are saying to test whether the condition 1 is equal to 1 and condition 2 is equal to 1. So both the conditions are false because the cell A5 and B5 has zeros in it. So this will give us a result as false. So if we drag it from top to bottom and check the formula in the last cell F2, so A8 is equal to 1, B8 is equal to 1. So both the conditions are true because in the cell A8 the value is 1 and in cell B8 the value is 1. And the cell addresses in the function AND are correct. So the result evaluated is true because both the conditions true in this case. And if any of the condition is false, the end result is also false. So we will check the OR function. So in the OR function returns true if any of its argument evaluate to true and returns false if all of its arguments evaluate to false. So in this case, if both the conditions are false, then the result will be false. But if any of the condition is true, the result will be evaluated as true. So we will use OR function equal to OR bracket start logical 1. So A5 equal to 1 and B5 equal to 1. So bracket close, control enter. So the result is false because both the conditions are false because in the cell A5 and B5 we have the values 0 and zeros and we are testing it with 1. So the end result is false because both the conditions are false. And if we drag this formula from top to bottom, then we get result true in these three sections because in this second condition is true, B6 is equal to 1 and there in the cell B6 we have 1. So in the case of this we have A7 is equal to 1. So 1 is equal to 1. In A7 cell we have value as 1 and in B7 cell we have 0. So the first condition is true, so the end result is true. And in this case both the conditions are true, so the end result is true. So in the case of AND function, if any of the condition is false, then we get the end result as false. But if both the conditions are true, then the end result is true. And in the case of OR function, if both the conditions are false, then the end result is false. But if any of the condition is true, then the result is true. There can be more conditions as well. We have tested only two conditions, and talking about cell addresses, we have used the relative cell addresses. We were copying the formula from top to bottom and we need the row reference to be unfreezed, so we kept these cell addresses as relative cell references. Thank you.